News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
A drone program is about to take off at Front Site, and onlookers gather as emergency crews extinguish a brush fire. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Eunette Gentry. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Front Site is moving forward with plans to have an all-inclusive facility. It's Tuesday, June 11th. I'm Eunette Gentry. Once again, our area is making a huge impact into the world thanks to innovators like Front Site Firearms Training Institute that's announced its new project into unmanned aircraft. The new drone training and flying facility will be a part of the already expanding facility. Bill Cookston spoke to the Nye County Commissioners at a recent meeting, joined by Bob Cunningham, both from Front Site Firearms Training Institute.
On the May 21st Board of County Commissioners meeting, Bill Cookston and Bob Cunningham, representing Front Site Firearms Training Institute, were to give a presentation via PowerPoint in relation to creating an airspace for individuals and corporations to practice with their drones.
And frankly, that's exactly what you want. You want all of these companies and concerns and government itself to get practice where they can't hurt anybody. And so that's a perfect place to do that and to get it all perfected down, both their processes, procedures, and the aircraft itself.
Bob Cunningham talks about first responders using drones and that Nye County's first responders may end up using drones in the future and will need a place to practice with said drones. He speaks about how drones can do their job safely and securely, and he gives an example of drone work in first responders using Nevada Highway Patrol.
For example, just did a thing with the Nevada Highway Patrol where they demonstrated to a convention that was actually in Las Vegas out at one of the other centers I created out by Boulder City, where they said that they can actually use a drone to safely come up to a car where they think they have a perpetrator and actually investigate whether that person is sitting there with a weapon in their lap and so forth and so on. Or if they run from the car, that the drone will follow them faster than the cops can follow them and then continue to cue them as exactly where they are.
Commissioner Blundo makes a motion.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve a letter of support for the UAS operations at Front Site UAS range.
A second.
And Mr. Chairman, if I may ask real quick.
Do I have a second?
Yes.
Okay, I have
Two of them.
I have a motion, 2 seconds.
Just wanted to ask a couple of quick questions here. While I was reading the information presented, it says this will be for government and commercial use.
Yes.
Correct? So given your facility is a member-only facility, as a disclosure, I am a member of Front Site. I have yet to go out there, so I got to make it a point. Having said that, so this is not open to the public, and it is focused on being for governmental training and for commercial training.
It's not open to the public for somebody just to show up and say, I'm here to practice with my drone. They'd have to book the time with us. They'd have to be within the government regulations with their licenses and things like that.
Certified
but it can be any commercial entity. It can even be individuals if they're working on a project or something, as long as they're following the FAA rules and book the time with us. But it's not just something that you can show up and say, I'm here today to fly my drone.
That would be also under the guise that you would have to be a member of Front Site, correct?
Not a member of Front Site, no.
No, separate.
No. With that, the chairman calls for a vote.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Aye. Unanimous.
The Nevada Highway Patrol has just issued a release regarding last week's crash on Highway 160 and Torrey Pines in Las Vegas. NHP says that the female passenger unfortunately succumbed to her injuries and has passed away. The male driver inside that car is still in critical condition, and the 3-year-old who was inside the back seat of that vehicle, seatbelted in the car, was transported to the hospital with now life-threatening injuries after the family's car crashed into a tractor-trailer and went under the truck, ripping off the roof of that vehicle. The deceased female has been identified as 23-year-old Jacqueline Arbaca from Las Vegas. After further investigation, troopers discovered the Honda Civic was being driven in a reckless manner on State Route 160 when it struck that semi going about 88 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. No charges have been filed yet, and impairment is not believed to be a factor in that crash. And residents here in Pahrump were on high alert Monday night in a quiet neighborhood when a brush fire broke out.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a large brush fire off of Marie Street and Lola Lane last night. Burning in a vacant yard near many homes were pine trees and other foliage. How the fire started is unknown at this time. The blaze was contained to the area with no further extensions. The fire could be seen throughout the town and had a red glow, which brought many travelers to the area. Firefighters would like to remind residents to stay out of the area for emergency vehicles.
And stay tuned right here to News 25. We'll be right back with much more local and national news.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, the do-it-yourself photo company Shutterfly is taking off. That and more national news right now.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Shutterfly is soaring. Reuters reports private equity firm Apollo Global Management is in the lead to take over the digital picture company. Shutterfly is popular for giving customers the ability to create photo books and cards. The company is valued at nearly $2 billion. Kraft Heinz investors are relieved. That stock rallied on Monday after the company reported its financial misstatements have been corrected and it would not have a material effect on the bottom line. Last month, Kraft Heinz revealed the SEC was investigating procurement transactions involving suppliers and employees. Hiring in corporate America hit a record high. The U.S. Labor Department reports hiring increased to 5.9 million in April. That's the highest level ever.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks, Angela. And luckily, there were no reported injuries today as a result of a low-impact crash on Highway 160.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's deputies responded to a 2-vehicle accident originally reported with 1 injury on Highway 160 and Homestead Road. Upon arrival, they found both vehicles had very minor damage. All occupants declined to be transported to local medical facilities. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating the cause of this accident.
Please be safe out there on those roadways. And speaking of being safe on the road, the Nye County Road Department will be conducting asphalt overlay work on Black Road from Comstock Circle to Calvada Boulevard starting this Thursday, June 13th, and they'll start at 7 a.m. and that work will last until 3 p.m. and will resume on Monday, June 17th during those same hours. There will be minor delays of 15 to 20 minutes throughout those work hours. And stay tuned, KPVM will be right back.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Welcome back. Well, if you're interested in adopting a new furry friend, Paws is having a huge event this weekend.
It's funded by Maddie's Pets of Nevada. It's a zero-fee adoption. Come out, figure out what you want, and take him home. Just fill out the paperwork, take him home, no fees. We have 24 dogs and 4 kittens. It's first come, first serve. It's going to be at the 4-H Club. We have 16 51 Calvada Avenue. We have a couple in Foster that should be at the event. Oh, we have a couple dachshunds. We have a schnoodle, which is a schnauzer, a poodle mix. We've got a little poodle. Got several chihuahuas, a couple terriers. We have 2 beautiful German shepherds. We have a Springer Spaniel mix. We got a Cocker Spaniel. You know, we got a large variety this time.
There's a lot of different animals. I love that Lulu. She's brindle color. She's beautiful.
She's Catahoula and Massive mix. She's really a loving dog. She's had problems with other females, but she's doing well with males. They can go onto our webpage at Pets Are Worth Saving group on Facebook, or they can go down to our store at 2031 East Gamebird and talk to whoever they want. We're going to start at 9. We're going to go 9 to 5. That's going to be Friday and Saturday on the 14th and 15th. Oh, yes, we're always posting new dogs. We're always bringing in new ones, looking, you know, through the shelters and stuff and finding ones that need help. Most of our dogs are dogs with issues. We bring them in, we retrain them, we work with them, figure out what the problem is, and work them through it and make them a lovable pet again. So all of our donations, all the funds go right to our animals, or the community animals, because we also help animals that have been injured and need emergency care.
And if you want to donate just straight away, you can do that as well?
Yes, you can do that. You can do that from our page, or you can do it at the store. 2031 East Gamebird Road. It's 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday. So we're always looking for somebody who's willing to take these babies in and teach them what it's like to be in a home that loves them. And volunteers, we're always needing volunteers.
Well, Coach Dusty Parks is really excited to see all the kids literally having a ball at Petrick Park at a recent soccer camp.
This year we just decided to do a soccer clinic for all the kids of all levels and skills, all ages. Our youngest is 3, our oldest was 17. A lot of our players are out here helping. They got like a buddy system. They'll team up with one of the younger 10 and unders just to kind of show them the proper way to do things, some of our club kids. So they've come out and donated their time and worked with them, and then all the coaches came out and donated their time as well. So we're also looking for, you know, other kids that want to join our club. So this kind of gets us eyes on kids we've never seen before, and then we can offer them to come to our normal practices and try out for the team. You know. Yeah, we play year-round, and it's a little different thing. If a kid wants to play year-round, that's great, you know, and not all kids want to, but we want to give them that option if it's the only sport they decide to play, and then teach them the proper skills and the proper game. So,
what's some of the things that you're focusing on during this?
Dribbling, passing, not so much on conditioning because we're just here for 1 hour every day, each group. It's just to see their ball skill and teach them some stuff, the proper way to pass, proper way to shoot. They love it. We did some 3v3 like tournaments yesterday between the little ones, and they loved it. They just every day they're like, we want to come back, or oh, it's ended already. You know, they want to stay. So, but we'll see throughout the year. We'll go watch some of the recreational games at AYSO, which is also a great organization. If we see somebody there after their season's over with them and their obligation to that season, we'll pull them over to us and say, hey, we'd like to see if you guys want to come out and try it. August is fall season right now. This weekend we start indoor in Vegas. We play spring, summer, fall. We play all year. Winter we play tournaments in the winter, but we don't really play a season. They do have one, but we haven't chose to do that yet. So we're anywhere from 5 and up, so 5 to 19. So the all-in the beginning is a little bit more money, but normally a season's about $150. And that's generally, that money's not for us. We have to pay the league in Vegas. That's pretty much, and they get a state ID card that verifies that they're the right age for the right team instead of just having random kids come on and play. So.
Is there any scholarships available?
Yeah, we do help out kids, yeah, we do. We do that. They can reach me at 775-253-1548 or go to Junior Trojan Soccer Facebook page. That's our main page. Each team has an individual group page, but we keep that kind of select for just those teams to keep the privacy of the players and whatnot.
Yeah, we're both on the club team, but we're helping out and we really like it. So, and we think all the kids are doing good, so we definitely want to do this again, maybe next summer.
I like most about teaching the kids how to do different drills and see that they're advancing in soccer.
I've been playing for 7 years.
I've been playing, 6 years.
Pretty good. My team won 8-0 for the season, and then their team 3 wins, and then like 3 losses, and then 2 ties. And
does your dad coach?
Well, my dad does, and then her dad does too.
Yeah. So his dad teaches the boys team, and my dad teaches the girls team.
My dad's the president of the club, and my dad's the vice president.
Well, this clinic, I love teaching the little kids and just working with them, showing them how to do it, show them how to pass correctly and stuff like that. Well, the youngest one I have taught is 3. It was a little bit of a struggle, but he was awesome. And it was kind of hard, I felt a little bit weird moving their legs around, but it worked out pretty good. This is the first time doing this clinic.
The clinic's pretty good. I like all the people that are trying out. They all seem pretty good. And I wish they could all be on the team. I've taught 1 kid so far, and it's been really good. And all the kids on the 09 that are on the camp clinic right now, they're doing good.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, it's time to take a look outside at our current conditions through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam. Well, we have those scattered clouds in the sky, but those temperatures are heating up, and there is a heat advisory that took effect at 10 a.m. So we'll take a closer look at our forecast when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. Well, Michael's on here with today's temperatures. In Las Vegas, up in those triple digits today with a high of 105 and a low of 79. Death Valley shot way up there at 114, a low of 84. Amargosa also joining in on the party with a high of 102 and a low of 71. In Beatty's almost there at the high of 99, a low of 67. 89.58 in Goldfield. And Tonopah's 86.57. Carson City 92.56. Fallon 94.56. And in Fernley, a high of 93 and a low of 59. Now today in Pahrump, unfortunately, we were also joining the triple digit club. With our high today was 102 degrees. It was mostly sunny skies today. Winds coming out of the west-southwest at 5 miles per hour, humidity at 6%, and our sunrise at 5:25 this morning. Now for tonight, it's currently 100 degrees outside, so it's still fairly warm outside. Got partly cloudy skies. Our low tonight is going to be 73 degrees. I can't wait for it to get down there. That looks pretty good sitting next to that 100. We have winds coming out of the southeast at 6 miles per hour, our humidity at 12%, and our sunset expected at 8:01 p.m. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we do have a lot of clouds rolling in, and we are expecting sunny skies on Thursday and next Tuesday. But other than that, we're just going to have a lot of clouds hanging out. Temperature-wise, on Wednesday, we're going to see a high of 104 degrees. On Thursday, we're going to drop down just a little bit to 100 degrees. Then from Friday all through next Tuesday, we're going to be pretty much hanging out in those high 90s, just between 97 and 99 degrees. And our overnights are actually looking pretty nice. We're just going to be hanging out in those low 70s for overnights, just between 71 and 74 degrees. So now, if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live, even on the go. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna and Eunette.
Thanks so much, Michael. And as mentioned, there is an ongoing heat advisory, and Michael noted it will be 104 degrees tomorrow and 100 on Thursday. And during those extreme temperatures, and we know here in Nye County and in parts of southern Nevada, it can get even warmer than that. When those temps heat up, please be sure to stay hydrated to avoid heat exhaustion. And there are some warning signs of heat exhaustion. If you get lightheaded, if you are experiencing nausea, and if you are not perspiring when you should be sweating after exerting yourself, those are signs that you are dehydrated, and there are warning signs that you need to get to a cooler place and drink plenty of water. And if necessary, go to cooler public spaces with air conditioning if you don't have access to ongoing air conditioning during these extreme temperatures. And please stay safe during these dog days of summer, and especially during this ongoing heat advisory. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Eunette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow. Good night.